So, I see from your resume you're a recent FIT graduate from the Advertising Marketing Communications program. We're looking for someone with very strong communication skills who can be our social media manager. One of the things that we want to do is increase our presence online with a blog. We know a blog will help drive traffic to our website. When people search for things, they'll be able to find us. It'll help us increase sales. It'll also help us build credibility as thought leaders in our industry. It'll help us engage with our tribe and get new people to join that tribe. Because blogs should be serviced or posts should be regular, I want you to post at least once a week. That once a week post will put a fresh bent on our website. It'll also help search engines like Google know that we have fresh content and move us up in the SEO. We can also help build our social media presence by repurposing information from our blog to our other sites like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. That evergreen repository of information will also allow us to constantly be able to get new viewers. As you start planning your blog or auditing a blog that you already have, you want to think about things like the purpose of your blog. Why are you doing it in the first place? And who are you doing it for? Who's your target audience? What are those people? What are their persona? Their demographic, their psychographic. How are you going to reach them? You want to have some goals for your blog. Maybe you want to increase sales by a certain metric, like 6% per month. Drive traffic to your website. I think blog posting, you want to make sure that you are using your honed writing skills. Quality over quantity. 4 posts that are mediocre are not going to be as good as one gem post. And you want that post to be concise too. You want people to know why they're going to read that post, and when they read it, they actually come away with that value. Another thing to think about is networking and collaborating, maybe with an influencer, trying to get people to share your information and share their information, I think is a great way to enhance, to kind of build credibility on your blog. Maybe get a quote from an influencer. Probably as you're choosing your topic, a great thing would be to just do a search. See what Google comes up with those key terms. You want to do a social media blog. You want to do a blog about baking. Do a search. See what's out there already. What's going to make your blog unique? You don't want to just be a cookie cutter kind of copy of something that's already out there. You want to have something that's going to have added value, a unique selling proposition that's going to actually drive people to read your blog over someone else's. It might be a vlog too. As you start to plan your blog, you want to think about your style, your design. A lot of times you can use a template. A certain template would give you consistency, so people would know what your blog looks like when they go to it week by week, or they know that there's a certain uniformity, they know what to expect. You want to have share buttons, and those will allow you to drive people to your other social media sites. So it's probably a good idea at the end of a blog post to have a call to action. The call to action could, again, drive someone to make a purchase or visit another part of your website, find out more information, visit another website. You can use all kinds of tools for this. So I'm going to give you a couple of options. You don't have to use exactly what I'm saying, but I like HubSpot. I also like Canva, can work really well. And I think Google's Blogger is actually an excellent choice. So I'm going to continue with some tutorials that kind of show those. Another thing you want to do is that about page where you identify yourself or any other authors that you have on the website and give a little background, because remember, the blog is an engaging thing. You want to have a little bit of personality behind it. You want to know who's behind the writing. So a little bit more about your background. Again, if you're using this as a self-promotion blog to get yourself work or to get a job, this is a great way to increase that engagement where, there's a face behind the writing And even if you have some video up there, people can actually hear you and see you. I think it's going to make it a lot stronger. You want to be able to have people reply to your blog posts, and you want to be able to approve those replies, because obviously you don't know what you're going to get up front, but you want to be able to approve them in a timely fashion so that people who post something can see it there, and they don't have to wait weeks to actually see their comments. The other thing that you can have are forms, like a subscriber form, so this way you can then build a database of people. And you can also have like an email scheme where you get someone's email and then you can blast with email marketing in the future. All right, so you've got the job. Let's start going on that blog. We want to make sure that we have at least one post per week. So the first post is due at the end of this week. We're looking at Thursday because I gave you guys an extra day here. I'm only posting this stuff on Thursday. So today is March 9th. We're looking at a blog URL with at least one post that's going to appear on the 16th, right? That would be a week from today. And then we're going to continue to post one per week. And I'm going to continue to give you some supplementary information on how to continue to enhance your blog. So for your first post, think about what the structure of it is going to be. Just like any writing, right? You want to kind of have that outline idea first. You want to keep it simple. You want to be thinking about your target audience, what kind of benefit you have for them, what kind of storyline you might have. And then some type of call to action at the end. Subscribe, comment would be, two obvious ones here. So think about your topic. What is your topic going to be? So maybe your topic is running shoes, or like you said, baking. Try to pick something that you are passionate about, that you are expert in. The title is really important. One of the things you want to think about is a title that is less than 60 characters, because just the way that things get displayed. A lot of search engines, when you are looking for something, will give you an abbreviated version of the title. So you want the important stuff up front, or keep it down to less than 60 characters. It's also a good idea to see what it's going to look like on other devices. So typically in the software, you'll be able to do a preview of what it will look like, say, on a mobile device, because a lot of your viewers may be there. Keywords are important. So keywords are going to help search engines find you, and also, people who are searching. But you don't want to do awkwardly or overdoing it. It's called keyword stuffing. Your tone, is it going to be bright, humorous? Obviously, you're thinking about your overall objective for this blog post. And is it informational? Is it serious? Is it financial? Is it fun? Is it like lifestyle, cooking, fashion? So, let the tone emulate what the overall feel of the blog is. Think about now structuring your actual post. So there's a couple of different formats that you can use. We talked already about outlining it. Two of my favorites, I think, would be using a list structure or a how-to kind of educational structure. The first line of your blog post should be an introduction that again presents, say, some facts or a problem solution kind of thing. How to find running shoes that won't give you blisters. What you want to think about, I think, too, is the overall length of your post. As we said, we don't want to be too lengthy. Probably a good idea is to compose the post, say, in Word or in Google Docs. Don't compose it directly into the Blogger software. What you want to do is use the word count, use all the other features that the word processor can give you to fine tune, to review, to correct, spell check, grammar check, all those things. And then just import the finished fine-tuned version into your blogging software. When you are using headings, headings help to divide the page up. They also give it something that I call skim value. So it allows the reader to kind of, pick through it and see what's important. You don't want to have a lot of text on there, a grayed out page with text. So the idea of breaking it up with headings really works very well. Heading number 1 is generally for the title, H1, and then H2 and H3, which are smaller, are good for the subheads. You can use bold, but don't overuse bold. Remember, bold is shouting, so overusing bold can be a problem. Italics can also work to make things stand out, especially things like quotes that come from other sources. I think that can work very well. I'm not a big fan of underlining. A lot of times underlining, again, just tends to close things up and make it seem kind of claustrophobic, especially if it's in body copy. Underlining can also cut through the letters and actually make the V look like, the Y look like a V, so you don't want that. And then the final touches that you want to do is add some multimedia, because you don't want just text in there. So the idea of a featured image, which will also be displayed oftentimes in the search, that can work really nicely. Obviously, custom images work really well. So use your mobile device and take some photos, take some video. Those things are really going to, again, give you that unique selling proposition that you wouldn't get if you just used a stock photo or video. You can also do things like an audio version, maybe a podcast version, right? That someone could download, maybe even a blind person, right? Could download and be able to listen to your text. So have fun on the site. On Blackboard, I also posted a little how-to on how to use Google Blogger. So I think that is the way to go for this exercise. Have fun blogging.